Oh, hang on. I think we're live, Buff.
I think we might be.
Yeah. Looks like everything's up and running. Systems are a go. So welcome, everybody. This week we're, well, I should say not this week because we're at the end of the week, but I should say today we're planning on doing something just a little bit different. We're going to do kind of a live stream just to chat and hang out with you guys. And we want to cover some of the topics of things that we're seeing at E3. So if you happen to see anything that you thought was interesting, feel free to throw it in the chats and let us know what you think about this video style format. We might do more of this if you guys are interested in seeing some of this stuff more in the future. So we got some Battlefield footage in the background today for your viewing enjoyment. Today we've got Buff going on. Him and Jay Tizzle representing the Legion of Buff and Wally. So anyways, though, I think we should probably get to it. Buff, you alive and well?
Yeah, I'm alive and well, man.
Good deal. Now, actually, I kind of want to start with something maybe a little off topic here. Tuesday, you weren't able to join me because you were staring down the barrel of a hurricane.
Yeah, well, not a hurricane, a tornado.
Wow. Yeah, no, you definitely aren't going to get a hurricane where you live. Why'd I say a hurricane?
That'd be nice, man. Hurricanes are actually fun, in my opinion.
Last
hurricane I was in, I was on a naval ship.
Hurricanes are fun? That just seems
if you're on a giant Navy ship, man, and you're up in the bridge and all the Marines down below you, never been through a storm, never been on a big boat, and it's nothing new for you, and all the sailors up on the bridge are just kind of like sitting there like it's another day, and then they got this Marine up here like Lieutenant Dan, just come on, come at me, challenging God, like give it all you got, and they're looking at you like you're crazy and just enjoying it.
Well, that sounds different. I can't say is that I would personally want to go find myself in a hurricane just to experience that, but whatever the case may be, buddy, more power to you.
Yeah, no doubt.
So, oh man. Well, hello viewers, welcome to the stream. We're glad to have you guys on board. In case you guys missed our intro, Buff and I are doing something a little different this week. We're going to have some fun. We're going to hang out and do a bit of a live chat and review some of the topics and things that were discussed and shown over E3 and anything and everything just gaming in general. So we'll see how this goes. If you like it, let us know. Maybe we'll have to do more of this stuff. So,
all right, Wally, question for you.
All right,
what
shoot.
is the most exciting game you want to come out that's been previewed at E3?
The most exciting game that I have seen to come out on E3. Well, there are a couple of good ones. And I want to look more into this one. God, and I gotta remember the name real quick. You'd think I remember it. I think it's Skull and Crossbones, or no. What is it? What is that one called? Wow. Of course I'm having a dumb moment right now of all times, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Well, there's one game that I enjoyed on the PSP back in the day. It was Monster Hunter. They got Monster Hunter World coming out that's been announced for 2018. I'm kind of excited to see what they got in store for that.
I've never actually played any of those.
It was
never
fun.
Played
it was
that
just
series.
Really, really challenging because you had to harvest the dinos, get specific materials, make specific things, take it to a certain person.
Harvest
that had
dinos,
the skill set.
That sounds like Ark.
Kind of, except not only are there just standard dinosaurs, which are considered low level, you've got like legit monsters of just you name it. If it's a legend growing up, a spooky story, it's in the game.
Ah, by the way, yes, it is called Skull and Bones.
Okay.
I saw it described earlier, and I think it's a pretty accurate description. Think of Assassin's Creed 4 without all the assassin stuff. It's just a naval warfare game, so I think it'll be kind of interesting to see how that goes and how it plays out. I'm looking forward to it, to say the least. So, on that note, though, the new Assassin's Creed does look pretty awesome. Have you seen anything for that one yet?
Yeah, I lost interest in Assassin's Creed when they started putting them out like every 6 months.
Yeah.
Just copy, paste, change a few textures, and
I agree.
update the
Brotherhood
controls,
was probably my favorite one, honestly. Just for its simplicity. It seemed to have it was like the last game that used the complicated weapon system. So, I mean, it seems like after that, it just kind of went downhill. I didn't care for Revelations at all. I thought Revelations was it was just almost too much. So
yeah.
Brotherhood, but Origins actually looks pretty sweet. I am very excited to see that one. I'm curious to see if EA can sort of bring back a bit of the relic of Days Gone with that. So, there's another title that we saw a little bit more on, Days Gone. Sony's exclusive. I'll be curious to see how that goes, to say the least. I don't know if it'll be very good or not. Another horde zombie type game.
Yeah.
So.
Yet again, those never really get old. People do enjoy them. It's a good group activity, whether you're young, hanging out with friends, drinking a 2-liter of Mountain Dew, pizza chips, emptying the cupboards, or, you're an adult hanging out, night away from the kids if you got them, drinking, seeing who can survive the longest.
Yeah. I apologize, by the way, guys, for any little bit of latency going on in the stream right now. It's kind of... I got a storm going on outside, and it's kind of wrecking havoc with my stuff. So, hopefully that clears up for you guys here just a little bit. It's kind of a shitty deal, so I apologize for that one. Oh, what else do we got, though? Hey, Microsoft announced its new console. That'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
The Xbox One X. Like, how many times do you have to say X in the title of that console for people to understand what it is?
Yeah, no kidding.
That being said, there's speculation. People are saying that it could be the PS4 killer. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think it'll be it'll be a toss-up.
On the topic of Xbox with their new Xbox, with another X in the Xbox name, there was a funny tweet that I seen coming from Apple saying, congratulations on the announcement of your new product. And Xbox returned and said, it's nothing new. We just upgraded the specs. Apple replied, yeah, that's called new. We've been doing it for years. No design changes.
Yeah, I do know they took the Xbox One and they kind of compacted it down with the Xbox, what is it, the slim variant of it, the One S, and now they've compacted it even further, so we'll see. I don't, it's not going to interest me, I don't think. I'm stuck on the PS4 train now. I didn't like Microsoft, how they were being so wishy-washy in the very beginning with the console release stuff, so
yeah.
Rather than fiddle with that, I'm just gonna stick with Sony for this one, and besides, we're moving to PC probably at some point in time anyway.
Yeah, depends for what, though. Oh, Destiny 2, we've been talking about getting that for PC. What are your thoughts on that?
I think if we're going to get it, we're going to have to get it on PC. Speaking of which, it's kind of interesting, the release date information that's come out for that. Have you seen that?
No.
So, and I can't remember the exact dates, but the beta comes out for Xbox and for PlayStation. So it comes out for PlayStation, and then the next day it comes out for Xbox, and then they both end at the same time, and the PC beta is scheduled to be after those guys. They aren't sure when yet, I believe, but it's going to come after that. And then, on top of that, the release date got bumped up to like September, or yeah, early September for the 2 consoles, but it's like mid to late October for PC.
That's interesting.
Yeah. What's up, man? I see you got a question there. I'm gonna try and pronounce your name. Buff, give me a hand here, man. I can't get this guy's name down. Hey, Mike, welcome back from vacation, by the way. See, Mike's got a simple name.
Atravisco.
Atravisco?
I think I'm saying it right.
Okay, we'll run with that. If we're pronouncing it wrong, just holler at us. We'll try and fix it. What's your question, though, Atravisco? That's kind of what this whole thing is about. Just hanging out and having fun, chatting it up. Okay, I know who Atravisco is now. So you gotta interrupt me with stuff like this. Atravisco, for any of you that saw the Tuesday stream, he's my buddy Trevette, I guess. He's hanging out and playing Ark right now, if I had to guess. So I'll get back to you on that one. I don't know what I want to do yet. So. Oh.
All right, Wally. So I actually didn't get a chance to view the stream because of the tornado and whatnot. So
yeah.
Talk to me about it a little bit.
The
what
stream?
Do you got going?
Oh, we didn't do much. We were hanging out on the sleeper service server. Just going over, talking about some random stuff and just playing a little bit. And I kind of took them on a tour of the area that we have. We've been given the castle of the swamp to make into a community center for that server. And so we're having fun renovating and working on that. So that's kind of all that was Tuesday. Just a little bit of Ark, a little bit of just, I guess you'd almost say just basic gameplay and messing around, having fun. So it's kind of a last minute, oh crap, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Type of thing.
All right.
Yep. So. Oh, man. Dude, I was running so far behind today because I know I told you, but I don't think anybody else knows. I got my schedule pushed up for work. So instead of working, the 7 to 4 shift, now I'm working the... This explains how burnt my brain is now this week. I'm working the 8 to 5 shift. And since we start streaming at 6... I'm busting my butt trying to make it back home in time, hustle. And I get all the way here, and I'm like, okay, I got to try and set up a second monitor. I think I have adapters somewhere. I think I got cable somewhere. Dig. Damn it, I don't have any of this stuff. Quick, back in the car. Run out to Walmart. Okay, all right, I'm at Walmart. I got all my stuff. I'm out of Walmart. I'm back on the road. Traffic's finally hitting. It's that wonderful, 5:30... 5:40 traffic that happens, rush hour, and I'm hustle. I'm like, okay, I don't live too far away. I should be able to make it back. I'm like, I'm kind of hungry. I want to stop and get something. Panda Express. Yeah. Friggin' pull off, go to look at Panda. Before I even pull into the parking lot, I noticed there are like 3 cars stacked in a queue at Panda. Nope! To hell with Panda. I'm going on. So we drive down the street, and I'm like, Oh, hey, this burrito place is pretty good. Why don't I go there for some food and everything else? And I go, and I see that there's a car pulled up to the sign of the burrito place. Nope, hell with that. I guess I'm skipping. So it was
By that time, you could have had Panda.
I could have, probably. But it was on the way home, so it was just a slight detour off for Panda and realizing, that's not going to work, so it only wasted about 15 seconds. I didn't even pull off for the burritos. I was like, oh, hell with this. But I made it.
That's good.
I made it, and then you weren't even on.
Yeah,
I get a text message from you, like right as I get home. Hey, what's your ETA? How far out are you? I just made it home. Okay, cool. I get on, start up my computer. My computer doesn't want to start up. Okay, son of a bitch. Restart my computer. And you're not even on.
That's great.
Ah, well, it certainly wasn't bad, was it? So, other topics from E3 though. Destiny does look pretty awesome. I will say that. I am actually kind of excited for it, which is saying something, seeing as I quit playing Destiny.
The
Oh
Taken
man,
King. The Taken, when that DLC came out,
was it the Taken
that
King?
that's when I quit playing.
No, it wasn't even the Taken King for me. It was the first DLC that they dropped for the game. Like
The
the
one with,
very first.
what are those guys called? The
Oh.
guys on the moon. I mean that was BS. It came out with what, one raid and
Well, see, they opened
3
up
new
the moon.
missions.
They opened up the moon prior to that. Like that wasn't really the, or was it? Hell, I don't know. It only had 3 missions, only 2 of which were replayable. All your gear, all your armor, everything was now obsolete because of the new armor system, and it just, I was like, okay, no, I have stood by and defended this game, but now you just burnt me, so to hell with this, I'm done. I just noticed in the stream footage, all you are doing is running around with a limpet. Was that like
dude,
your sole goal? Is just limpet?
We were inside, like every time I'd pull up the bar and do the majority of the damage, here comes Tavio, Tizzle, Tiny Drop, or even Chris Lock just pop around the corner with a high rate of fire gun and just waste everybody and take everything from me. So it's just limpets, man.
You like.
Because if I'm gonna get the kill, I'm gonna
say.
get the kill. But if I'm gonna get the kill, I'm probably going down.
I don't even know what to say.
I was watching all the areas when everybody was downstairs.
Oh jeez, that was great, dude. He just like slapped a limpet on the door and was like, "Oh god, I can't get away! I can't get away!"
That's exactly what was going through my head. I was pinched and I couldn't get around the corner.
I saw from
man.
how much you just kind of flicked back and forth. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. So, oh man, that was amusing.
Yeah.
Oh man. Wow.
Oh yeah. By the way, in the footage, if y'all are watching, there's a really intense team deathmatch that the whole squad of Foxy does on Giant Shadow. We end up holding the lumberyard hard. We started at the houses. We held the front line of the houses. I destroyed the houses with more limpets. And then I'm like, screw this. Let's go to the lumberyard, less I can destroy. Because everybody was getting pissed that the building was falling on them.
Jesus.
And taking all their windows
limpet,
away.
Like, that
oh,
thing
man,
is...
it was great.
You've, like, gone hardcore limpeter now.
Dude,
you're like, limp it out! So... one thing that... oh, what was it? What was I just thinking about regarding E3? Wow. Wow, my brain is fried.
In the name of the Tsar?
Well, that I am excited for. I am not excited for the fact that it's going to take till September to get that DLC.
Yeah.
Like, Battlefield 4, when its DLC came out, it came out like 1 month, month and a half, just ding, 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 all after another. And granted, when Battlefield 4 first came out, the game was pretty crappy, especially on PS4. The netcode issues were just atrocious. Like, you couldn't escape them. But within a couple of months, the game had a decent, flushed out amount of DLC and content. Battlefield 1... there just isn't enough to hold me in it for an incredibly long period of time right now. Like, it's fun, but it's repetitive. I gotta say, it's probably the most repetitive Battlefield game I have played yet. I started with Battlefield 3. Well, what?
Since that stream where I went nuts with the limpet, just playing casually with you guys, I've achieved 213 limpet kills.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, Mike, I agree. The French DLC wasn't part of the actual game. I guess I'm torn on that one. I think it's cool that, you know, the French army was such a major point with World War I that they decided to give them their own DLC. I thought that was kind of cool, but at the same time, I'm not a big fan of DLC practices in general, just because, you know, you wind up, after a while, sort of splitting your community and going on from there. And I think the premium friends is an interesting concept, that premium players, as long as you've got one premium guy in your squad, that you can go in and you can actually play the new maps. I think that that's a pretty nifty idea, but I don't know. I feel like... Oh man, what'd you just... What are you laughing at? What'd you find?
The stream footage, man. I'm watching it. You know, just checking on it, keeping up with the chat.
In La La Land. Oh, hey, this is actually the match you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
I realize now. Yeah, bringing all the freaking buildings down. Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at that.
You should have seen us on Senai Desert Team Deathmatch. I think it followed this one. Oh, man, there wasn't a single building left in that game.
Like, I can see the tactic you guys were using. I can see how it was beneficial, but I can also see how it was incredibly detrimental, because every time you would feel like you got in a pinch, poof, there goes the cover for the entire squad.
Yeah, but I'd get a kill.
Yeah, you'd get a... Oh, Jesus. Oh, hey, Buff.
Hey, man, what better way to train the guys than put them in a no-shit situation, right?
At first, it was panic grenades. I'm going to throw a stick grenade because I can't aim for crap. And then it was, holy crap, I have figured out how to aim, but I'm still going to use a panic grenade. Now it's, limp it out!
Limp it, panic. Yeah, and now
you react towards a limpet grenade more than you do an actual grenade now. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Building. What building?
Yeah,
there you go again.
When they revamped the grenades and they pretty much nerfed the stick grenade, I resorted to impacts, but it wouldn't kill a guy within the proximity that I wanted. So I resorted to something with the full...
I'm glad the change that they've done to grenades.
Oh, yeah.
I honestly am.
But then you got guys like me who's like, okay, I'll use a combo of quick impact grenade and then limpet, you know, so I toss grenade, or toss a limpet, shoot a guy, toss a grenade, any combo of the three. Usually limpet goes first, and usually everything goes off at once or within close enough proximity to where people think they might be safe, and I get a couple kills.
Right. Hey, Clover, glad you could join us. And don't worry about being late. I mean, you're never late to the party, man. You make it when you can make it, and that's all that counts. We greatly appreciate it. So, today we're just hanging out and having fun, chatting it up, playing some footage in the background, discussing some of the topics of E3 and just general shenanigans. So,
pretty much, like I've said, a Clover tack.
Oh, yeah. Why? I guess so, yeah. So, basically, if you got anything that you want to discuss, or questions, or comments, or anything, you could say that you hate us for all that I care. Just throw it in the comments.
Yeah.
Mike, I feel like the limpet is the lazy brother of the frag grenade with more damage and more range.
Well, actually,
are you talking that the limpet has more range when you huck that thing out there?
Well, I think that's what he could be talking about. But the limpet is a shaped charge in kind of like a bowl, and with the magnetic, when it goes off, it actually explodes inward, creating
class rank achieved.
Yeah, a small hole inside whatever armor, building, or anything that you put it on, and it creates suction, creating overpressure, and then if it's, say, a closed vehicle such as a tank, it creates the overpressure and then the underpressure. You know, it's a super lethal concussion effect.
I'm sorry. I just watched the flame grenade go off at your feet, and your first reaction was gas mask.
I didn't know what was going on.
It's just like, I don't think that's going to help you.
Watch. Impact.
I watched you do that earlier as well. I think when I was reviewing
yeah.
this footage, there's a section later on where you fire all of your ammo. You empty your bar. You empty your little pistol. I think you're using the MLE, right?
Yep.
Yeah. You empty that little pistol. You huck a grenade and throw a limpet, and you've run out of everything. And I don't know if it's just reaction to, oh god, what's next in the roster, but all of a sudden you just whop out and slap on your gas mask. You're in the middle of the street, there's no gas, and you're staring at like 2 enemies. And you just, I'm just gonna put this on.
Hey,
This
man,
is
why
my
not
fancy
confuse 'em?
cloak of invisible. Really? You hike? Oh my god! There it is. Limpet kill.
Oh man,
You are way better with that bar than I ever was.
dude, I told you, man, you gotta buff it up sometimes. Oh man, I forget who was following me in that kill, by the way, but I was on comms with him, and I'm like, dude, don't shoot him, don't shoot him. Let me get
Blast
this kill
radius,
because...
Mike.
Oh yeah, blast radius.
Yeah, no, he says more damage, more like damage range. Forgot the word, so yeah. Blast radius.
Area of effect.
Well, that can apply too.
Well, yeah.
So, same basic topic. But, anyways, Buff, I'm sorry for interrupting.
No worries, man.
What were you talking about? Is the real
Oh
question.
yeah, with that sniper up on top of the logs, I was running after that guy because, you know, he was the one spotting us. He's the reason the entire enemy team kept coming after us. And why we got so spread out. So that's why I went to kill him, and I wanted to do it with some vengeance.
It's like, I ain't gonna take you tags. No. I'm gonna just blow your ass up with a limpet.
And it was a single guy, and it wasn't even a panic limpet. It was a well thought out limpet.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm just gonna climb. I look. Wait, I like saw your guy go forward and then pull back, limpet. Like there was a brief moment of hesitation where you had to fight the natural instinct to just club him.
I really did too.
The worst part for me and why I can never wind up being a troll is because if I come up behind a guy, I just kill him. I'm just like, I ain't gonna fiddle with this dude. I'm just wasting him. So, anyways, yes, Buff. You had a topic you were about to shoot off onto.
Hold on, I'm on the phone real quick.
Oh, so Buff had to take a phone call. So, you know what that means, right? Now we wait, patiently, quietly, enjoying the sweet, soothing sound of Wally's voice, while Buff jibber-jabbers with someone, ignoring all of you, our beloved community. Actually, I would like to take this time to say please like and subscribe, give us a share, and spread the love of the misadventures of Buff and Wally. That was cheesy as hell. Have you guys seen the multiplayer for COD World War II? Yes, I have, and I am actually quite interested, I think would be the right word. I'm not really excited because I'm not a Call of Duty guy, but at the same time, I'm really not put off by the new Call of Duty. I kind of like the idea that they're going back to more of a World War II setting. The gameplay seems a little bit slower paced than, you know, running and jumping and being crazy everywhere. So that's kind of that's a nice change of pace, I think. And it'll be something that I try. I'm actually very looking forward to the game just in general for its campaign. I've always been a huge fan of the World War I, World War II era of history. So I'm quite excited to see how it turns out. What about you, Buff? Any thoughts or topics on the new COD?
You see, I haven't been a big fan of Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2. But this one, going back to World War II, I was a really big fan of the Call of Duty World War II games back in the day, so it might be something I'd give a shot. The only thing I don't like is going to be going from Battlefield, where aiming takes give or take what you use. It takes skill, precision, or knowing how to use the weapon to every weapon. If it's a full auto, it has a maxed out area of, bullet travel, everything's set, and it's just more or less an arcade game. That's the only thing I'm not looking forward to anymore.
Yeah, the kill time in that game seems pretty short. I'm not sure how I'm gonna enjoy that or not.
Yeah, I tried playing the most recent Call of Duty on my brother's Xbox, and I didn't know it was on hardcore mode. I didn't even know Call of Duty had such a thing. But good Lord, a dude would pop a quarter he'd look at me and I would fall over dead. I wouldn't even have time to react. Oh yeah. Like I had pop a corner that somebody's camping with a pistol across the map and get shot in the toe, and I'd die.
See, I've never it's one of the biggest things that I, kind of blame Call of Duty for. It's very much become just a slot machine game. Like, you don't have to be a good player to get a kill. Like, you can run out there and you can get a kill. Right? In Battlefield, if you run willy-nilly and you aren't, very prepared, you might get one, maybe two, but most of the time you're probably going to get killed. Whereas in Call of Duty, it just seems like, hey, I'm just going to run out here and pull the trigger and, oh, looky there, I got a kill.
Pretty much.
So, I don't know. It's that whole mentality, I think, that has sort of almost ruined a good generation's worth of shooters. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how it pans out. So, I'm really hoping that this one's good. It looks pretty promising, and that yeah, I will admit, it looks pretty promising. I'm pretty excited for that. So, otherwise, I think if I get that one, though, it's probably going to be PC as well at that point. I don't know if I'll get it on console or not. Maybe that one will be a console one. I don't know. We'll have to see. They both cost the same. It's just going to depend on, how much effort I want to put into it, right?
Pretty much.
That dude just got schmucked by that horse. Like, I was killing him, and then that horse just, wasted him. Seeing that again, I did not realize just how...
Dude,
how crazy that was.
I was laughing so hard when that happened. Notice, I actually stood there, seen the horse coming, and I stopped firing.
You're not actually in this match. I think that was a different time that you're thinking of. This is
this is your footage.
Yeah, this is me.
Yeah, something very similar happened to me with that.
Oh, seriously?
Those just I mean, I don't remember if it was on the same map. I think it might have been Giant Shadow, but good Lord, it was hilarious.
Yeah, you love playing on Giant Shadow. It is a good map. I'm very happy with that map.
It's my favorite map overall.
I'm actually curious. Here in the next month or so, we should be getting another community free map.
That'd be a good change.
Ooh, let me look into that here real quick. Or Buff sounds like Buff's on top of it. I can't type. Ah!
Finding a place to put my limpet.
We're just going to leave that alone. I'm just going to set this right here. And I'm going to back away slowly. Yeah. So, I think it's one of the new night maps that they're coming out with is going to be a community one. So, that'll be cool.
One thing I'm looking at the Reddit right now. It's a discussion on, community maps. Everybody's voting for a trench map. Just a lot of trench warfare.
Like a true blue trench map. That could be fun.
Like if you guys played the campaign, there was a specific mission. I think it was the 4th story mission that you have to do where your plane crashes and you end up having to carry a guy through the enemy lines to friendly lines through the trenches without getting noticed.
Despite myself saying I was going to play the campaign before I ever played the multiplayer, I have still never finished the campaign.
How dare you?
Right? How dare I? I don't, I don't know why, but I never have. So, what is going on here? There we are. So, yeah, I don't know why, but I've never got around to doing it.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
How much more footage you got left?
How much more footage we got left, man? We got a lot of footage left. We are only 35 minutes into this stream, buddy.
No kidding.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're covering a lot of ground. Maybe
Well,
too much
good.
ground. We're running out of topics. Guys, talk to us. Help! Help! Oh, yeah.
The Black Best camo for the land ship and failed. Yeah, the Black Best camo for the land ship. It was a difficult one. I managed to get it, but I found another one that I like. It's called Japanese style. Wally seemed to like it.
I think it's interesting, to say the least. I kind of like, I've got one that's kind of it's almost like, it reminds me of the land ship just having sat there for a long time and getting covered in moss. It looks cool. You've seen it. I've driven it a couple of times. I like that one. That's probably my personal favorite for the land ship.
Okay, Wally. So as I'm viewing all these other gaming channels, big gaming channels over the Name of the Czar DLC, a lot of them are talking about the new bombers. Now, I don't know how many of y'all been to Russia. Probably not too many of you because, it don't work that way. But it's cold. It's snow damn near all year round. And everybody's making a big deal. Oh, closed cockpit bomber. And I'm just like, it's just
I would say
a closed cockpit bomber, pretty much the exact same specs as everybody else.
I would say places of Russia have snow all year round, but for the large part, you got to think Russia's predominantly on the same. Oh man, I can't remember. I can't remember if it's latitude or longitude.
All right,
whatever.
Latitude, longitude is long. Latitude is tall.
Okay, yeah. No, at one point in my life, I could have told you that easily. But, yeah, it's kind of the green and black one, Mike. That's kind of my favorite one. But, it's kind of at the same parallels as us. So, it's up there. But
now, you seemed pretty hyped about the Mosin Nagant potentially being in this new DLC.
Oh, it ain't even potential, dude. Have you watched the trailer? That son of a gun is holding the Mosin.
Yeah.
That sucker is in the game.
I just hope instead of naming it Mosin, they go with something more traditional, such as Nagant.
No,
because everybody knows what a Mosin is, but it was more heavily known as the Nagant. Because
do you know why?
I was just about to tell you, but it sounds like you might know more.
Nope, go for it. I want to hear.
Nope, you tell me.
Negative, good sir.
Muting my mic.
You're a lying son of a gun. Are you really going to let our audience just sit there in silence?
Yep.
Ah! You broke silence. Come on. No, I want to hear. What you got? Why is it more known as the Nagant?
No, Wally, you tell me.
Negative, good sir.
You're the Russian weapons guy. I'm the American weapons guy, so you do it. Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot.
Now you make me sound like an asshole. Yeah, see, even Mike's sad.
Face.
Look at that. Mike's sad. Come on, Buff. Don't disappoint Mike. The timing was so perfect. Did you not hear that? The timing and the footage in the background?
Oh, no.
That's when I was waiting on that blueberry medic, and the blueberry medic just ran off, and I started singing, I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
Oh, my good Lord.
I mean, it was perfect. All right, so the Mosin Nagant commonly called that and commonly referred to as the Mosin, was actually designed by Nagant for the Russian military. Mosin tried to make a rifle that was very similar to the Nagant rifle, but it failed to win the Russian bid for its standard arm. And that entered service in 1891. And then later on, I think it was... So there's a couple of styles. And what I'd actually like to see the Mosin named as is probably the 1891 Dragoon. Yeah. I honestly think that's probably what it's going to be referred to as. Well, it's the older one. It might be the black powder variant. I'm not actually sure about that.
It was still cartridged, but it was black powder.
Yeah, I know that. The cartridge and black powder were used for a long time. I'm not actually certain if it was or not. I know the old Dragoon and I think they were Cossack style rifles were... Oh, what am I trying to say here? I'm losing my mind. Like, I am seriously losing my mind, and I am wiped out from today at work.
That my mind is gone.
Yeah, right? So, those were actually the first style of rifles. They were kind of, that was the pattern that they used. They had a 30-inch barrel, you know, the old octagonal barrel receivers and things like that. I'm having a brain fart right now, Buff. I need you to point me back in a new direction here. What am I discussing? I don't know. I'm like
I was looking for new topics.
My entire brain just like dumped all of its subject here. I was like talking about a rifle and just kind of fell asleep.
Okay, so real quick, back to the E3 topic instead of Battlefield. We've been on that for a while.
Oh God,
I personally love Battlefield. I got Wally into Battlefield back in Battlefield 3 and a topic. But anyway, Agents of Mayhem actually looked really fun for me. When I was still in the Marine Corps, a bunch of my buddies, they were playing Saints Row. And, I'd sit around and watch them, thought the game was absolutely retarded. And then, I'm just sitting there watching, eating my little cup of cereal. And my buddy gets called out of the room real quick, so he just quickly tosses the controller. It landed in my lap, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I started running around, and man, it was just a great game for, mindless chaos. Literally, you can do nothing, just mash a couple buttons, and you're in the middle of a storm of just bad guys and whatnot. And then they got those mini games you can run through, go through a room, you have to shoot, pictures of like bears or cats, or you can't shoot the bears. Was it the Bears? I don't know.
I don't recall. But anyway, it's been a little while.
God. It was such a fun mini game, and Agents of Mayhem actually looked really fun.
I think it's from the creators of that, is it not?
Yeah. It takes place in the same world as Saints Row. It's in the same... Well, I wouldn't say the same world, the same universe.
Okay, I gotcha. Lawbreakers looks pretty interesting, too. Not gonna lie about that one. Lawbreakers, the whole anti-gravity type combat stuff, that looks pretty fun. One of the favorite things, because I was a big Halo guy back in the day, and I played the absolute living hell out of Halo Reach. And some of my favorite maps were the ones that people built on a 45-degree angle, so it looked like you were defying gravity all the time and walking up walls and stuff like that. Those were cool in my mind. They were super unique and really brought a play style out in a lot of people that you didn't see. That's right, Metro Exodus. Metro or Metroid, actually. Were you going for Metroid? Yeah. Right? Like, people have been asking for a Metroid game now for a while, and lo and behold, they get 2. I thought that was pretty great. I gotta look more into those. That's another game series I've never really played. I'm kinda limited on my knowledge, aren't I? Wow.
Now, I don't know if you remember this thing a few years back. Everybody would be like, Hail Cthulhu, or however else you say that, by H.P.
Hail
Lovecraft.
Cthulhu!
Yeah, that's the one. I mean, even you were doing it, man.
Dude, I have a
There's game
freaking
coming out called Call of Cthulhu.
a
Yeah,
freaking I'm holding it right now in my hands. I got the Necronomicon. No
that's a good
joke.
book.
I actually legitimately have it. The best weird tales of H.P. Lovecraft. And it's got Cthulhu on the cover and everything else. It's a black book with gold gilded letters. It's freaking cool. Yeah. No, it's massive, the collector's edition.
Now, this looks like a horror, like a jump scare game where it's kind of like a Resident Evil. You can't do much, no running. I mean, it looks like a fun version of Resident Evil. That's really the only way I can say it, with a lot deeper story.
Yeah. All right, I'll have to look into that. I hadn't really seen anything about it. I've been so busy with work here this last week, I haven't had much of a chance to honestly enjoy E3, really. Ryan Klein, though, asks, have you tried Titanfall? No, I have not, actually.
Yeah, I played Titanfall when it first came out. Xbox wasn't mine, but it was a fun game. Getting in and out of your mechs, and, you know, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
I know Titanfall 2 was available on the PS4. I never got it. I did have a friend that played the hell out of the beta and very much so enjoyed it, but he was just unable to get the game at the time. I don't know, Buff. Maybe that's something we'll have to look into here. Yeah. Maybe get Titanfall and give it a whirl. Make a couple series on that. So,
now, is there a new Titanfall coming out?
No, I don't think there's a new Titanfall coming out. I think that was just on the topic of games that we've played in the past, really. Yours and my... Well, you have a broader range of games than I do.
Yeah.
So, what else was coming out? There was something else coming out that I was super excited for. Chess?
Ultra, yep. Announced in this year's E3 for PS4, Xbox, PC, and VR.
Should I be concerned, or...
I don't know. I'm looking into it now.
You're looking into it now?
Yep.
There's a new Mario that was announced. I didn't really see much about that.
Yeah.
Oh! No, you want to know, something that's happening that I think is kind of like, oh, great, here we go again.
What's that?
Freaking Bethesda has announced VR support for Skyrim.
That surprises you. Why?
It doesn't surprise me, but it's like, come on, let the golden goose die already. I mean, how many times?
No.
I'm not saying let it
Fallout
die.
Is an epic series.
I said not Skyrim, not Fallout.
Shut up. Same creators, same timeline. You know, there's a theory I read once where it's on the exact same sort of timeline.
Actually, on that theory, it was just confirmed today. One of the guys, one of the head bosses for Bethesda was saying that is not true. Because if you look, the first two Fallout games were made.
Like the theory.
The first two Fallout games were made by a completely different company on a completely different time schedule and setup, and they acquired Fallout for Fallout 3. Bethesda did. So, in no way, shape, and or form are the two games even remotely linked or related.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a bummer because that I like the fan theories that are like that. But yeah, no, I think they honestly, and I might be mistaken about this one, but I think Fallout 4 was included in that VR list. But I know that they're at least bringing to VR to Skyrim. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. It's like, when I say let the golden goose die, I don't mean, destroy the game, never play it again, so on and so forth. But, God, man, how much money are you gonna milk out of this thing?
I guess until the fat lady sings, I guess. And
every penny that you can, right? Although, on that topic of milking money out of people, Bethesda's new idea and setup where you're gonna have to pay. It's what was it called? It's some big thing that just came about today. I think that they were talking about. It's Bethesda's Oh, man, I'll find it here in just a moment. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it's called. But basically, it's, you gotta pay for the membership to be part of the club to go forward and put mods on, like, Fallout 4 and...
Okay, kind of like an MMORPG, but kind of like a Gary's mod.
No, just to do mod access. If I'm not mistaken.
They've been thinking about doing that for years. There are some sites that actually allow user-created content to be paid for if it's good enough and approved through, certain channels.
But I mean, it's Bethesda's got some. They tried to call it some sort of club something, and I can't recall what it is off the top of my head. I'll have to look into it a little bit more. But yeah, no, I think it was met with some harsh backlash, to say the least. What else is coming up, though, that was new? I know that there was something else that I was super excited for. And I can't think of it to save my life right now. Far Cry!
Not a Far Cry fan.
I've never really played them too much. I've always kind of enjoyed, watching them and seeing the stuff about it. But I'm actually probably going to pick up and going to try the new Far Cry.
I'll be right back.
All right, so Buff will be right back in a moment. He has to go attend to his fatherly duties. But yeah, no, the new Far Cry game that'll be coming out. Ryan, though, you ask, do you think DICE is going to make a Battlefield 2 on World War II? I don't know as it'll be called Battlefield 2, because if I'm not mistaken, that title's kind of already taken. But I honestly do. I was one of those people that was in the firm opinion that the current Battlefield that we have was going to be a World War II Battlefield. I think it's one of those golden ages of history that you really just can't not make a good game with. So it'll be cool to see if they come up with something like that. I'm really excited to see how that comes out. Yeah, see, I never played Far Cry Primal, but I know that it was kind of a different take on the Far Cry series from its more recent games. I did hear it was pretty cool, though. I did watch some stuff on it, and I always thought it was kind of cool. I just never got around to playing it myself, personally. I don't know why. I do that a lot. I think a game is, oh yeah, this is going to be cool. This is going to be super fun. I'm going to get this. I'm going to play this. And all of a sudden, blur. Nope, I'm not going to do that. So, I don't know. Quality flaw of mine, I guess. But yeah, no, I can very easily see DICE making a Battlefield that covers World War II. I think we've kind of come full circle in that era of gaming now, where we're starting to peel back away from all the futuristic stuff. Everybody's kind of burnt out on it, and they're gonna wanna have and try something a little bit different, a little bit more old school. And I think World War II is a perfect golden era to do it. You can standardize the guns pretty well. Statistics for them are everywhere. It was a lot of vehicle warfare, a lot of plane warfare. It brings out, some of the real cool aspects of fighter craft and technological advances of the era. I think World War I, though, was a fantastic choice for a Battlefield game. And I'm really glad that they did it, because it truly is, in my opinion, this has been one of my more favorite eras in the Battlefield franchise, but I still don't think it's as fun to play as, like, Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 I absolutely adored. I loved it with a huge passion. The infantry combat felt so good. And then Battlefield 4 I felt focused almost too heavily on vehicles. And I felt that the infantry combat and everything was lacking a little bit. Battlefield 1, I like what they did with the guns on how they're presets now. It sort of allows you to balance individual aspects of each firearm, but at the same time, I find it... I don't think they've done necessarily a good job balancing some of them. Like, the match that we just watched was like the third or fourth match that I had the Hell Regal. And I dominated in that match with that gun, I felt. And it allows you to play in a way that you wouldn't really think it'd be feasible. It's just got so much more ammunition and so much more ability to suppress and keep firing. The fact that you can take on multiple enemies with a single magazine's worth of ammunition is huge. I mean, you go from nowadays, let's say, well, just look at the Hell Regal, you know, it's got, what is it, 60 rounds of ammo, and those 60 rounds, you can take on how many individual players with before you have to reload. Matter of fact, when the thing first came out, it only had one spare magazine. They finally gave it another. So you have guns that are like that, and then you have the guns like some of the medic ones that only have 5 rounds. And granted, you can kill a person with 3 of those rounds, but you don't even have enough rounds left in your rifle then to address and kill a second target. And yet you have assault guns that can address and kill, I don't know,
4 or 5 enemies.
4 or 5 enemies with the greatest of ease. So
Hell Regal specifically, the Automatico can do 2.5 or 3 depending on enemy health.
yeah, that's what I was talking about, was the Hell Regal and stuff like that. So we were talking about, Ryan asked, do you think DICE is going to make a Battlefield 2 on World War II? So my answer to that was yes. It's too much of a golden era, in my opinion, to pass up. So.
Now, one thing I do think, they're just going to approach it differently. Just like they approached Battlefield 1 differently than they have any other Battlefield game for that matter. They're going to go about it differently. The story's going to be different. It's going to, instead of telling an individual character's tale like Battlefield games have in the past.
Hey, Buff.
Yo.
Has that Leaf got something interesting going with it?
It does. I thought it was good, so I kept it in there.
I was going to say, you just kind of like zombied out on us here. And then, lo and behold, now I'm in the party with you and stuff. I see what happened.
You caught on, yeah.
I see what happened.
Now, if
The
you
life
pay
of the
attention,
party
this is
showed
the
up.
match where me and you ended up on opposite teams, fighting over Delta.
Oh, is it? I never got to see it from your point of view.
Yeah. Man, I seen it from your point of view. I'm like, oh, man, I got to toss this in the stream footage.
All right. I can see that. So, if for any of you who haven't seen it, go check out our 100 subscriber video, and you'll get to see the point that happens soon in this match that we were laughing about. And so both of us knew that the other was at Delta, but we were just trying to find each other. And I don't think we realized we were on opposite teams at the time, so.
Holy shit, I love this feeling.
Yeah, Ryan, exactly. The Hell Regal wasn't really used in World War I. It was just a prototype, so DICE had a lot of room to work with it. That is more true than you could ever know. Nothing is known about that gun. Right? We don't know its fire rate. We don't know its damage potential. We don't know how it handled. Nothing. They made one of those guns. And it was a pure prototype. And now it's like the most used gun in this game.
Nope, shotgun. Model 10A.
No, I bet you I run into Hell Regals more than I run into the Model 10. Honestly.
For every Hell Regal I get killed by 3 or 4 Model 10As.
But I will agree, the Model 10 is freaking ridiculous. Mike, you didn't miss anything. We were just chatting, hanging out, and having fun. And okay, so you missed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, right there, yeah, Model 10. You got wasted by one.
Mm-hmm. Man, I was so pissed. But anyway,
Yeah.
Foxy ended up going through the tunnels. We swept through, cleared everything. There's not much. You know, we created the Legion of Buff and Wally with our old Foxy clan tag on there. You know, just to have fun and whatnot, right? But it turns out when you get a bunch of guys with the same tag, it's a subconscious note to be competitive not only with each other, but for the top 5 spots on the team.
It is too. Yeah, it kind of was a nostalgia moment when we decided to put Foxy on our clan tag. So that's definitely true. Definitely a little bit of nostalgia going on there. So I'm almost captivated watching this from your point of view because I remember what I was doing at this time and just having fun playing. I didn't even try and check the squads because I remember you saying that your squad was full, so I never even checked the squads.
Yeah.
Ryan again. Honestly, the Hell Regal needed to have ammo cut and damage drop or make it overheat time faster to balance it out a little bit better.
Now, I don't agree with most of that. I do agree with the overheat, though. Say you do a couple reloads, they need to have a mechanic in there because it is a water-cooled barrel.
That gun will overheat.
Oh, yeah. It most definitely will. Water will boil, evaporate.
No, I mean,
become useless.
The gun does overheat in the game.
Oh,
the
I know.
Hell Regal has an overheat mechanic.
They need to have a mechanic in the game to where after, say you don't die, you've depleted your ammo, refilled all your ammo, depleted it, to where the overheat time becomes faster, as if you're running out of water.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I wonder if you would run out of water in that instance, because technically those water jackets were a sealed structure. So you just create pressure. I mean, you could in theory rupture them, but I don't know. That'd be an interesting thing to find out. That's a different topic for a different day, though, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So,
but,
what are you doing?
all right,
You just
Wally.
like manhandling your microphone here?
Oh,
Hey,
sorry.
RC 197 Factory. That's a good gun. I like that. So,
You know, I can't stand it.
really? It's got a slower rate of fire, but I do like the fact that it can two-shot. That's a huge, huge benefit. Especially since that gun can, in essence, kill 3 people. Because it's a 6-rounder and it's internal clip fed. So it's got a faster reload than most rifles in the assault class.
Yep.
Which is also a very nice thing.
But, quick question for you, Wally. Now,
Yep.
we just discussed that the Hell Regal was a prototype in just before World War II, and you know it's seen use in World War II and is still seeing use today in places like Vietnam and other third world countries. What is the Russian equivalent of the Hell Regal?
The Russian equivalent of the Hell Regal.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dang it. I know it too.
It's a 7.62 by
Yeah,
25.
I know it. I just can't think of its name. It's
PPSH 41.
Yes, thank you. That would be a cool gun to see. I would be thrilled if that's a gun that makes it in through the Russian DLC.
Oh
that's
god,
upcoming.
it'll be the Hell Regal all over.
Oh man, it would be fun though, wouldn't it?
Oh, it most definitely would.
It wouldn't have the same ammo capacity. I think that thing only had
It had a 30-round stick magazine available and a 70-round drum magazine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they'll do. I think the Hell Regal Defensive has got to be one of the most bizarre guns as well. Like, oh yeah, let's just take the same magazine size on the skin of the gun and let's make it hold 120 rounds now.
Hey, stay guy. Hey guys, get this. We're really gonna throw him for a loop here. That's what you just sounded like.
Right? Yes, quite.
You know, even though we made that video on how to get the easy mine kills, I have yet to get the Hell Regal Defensive.
I'm working at it slowly but surely. I just got to get
Yeah.
the kills. Most of the time I wind up as the medic for you guys, so, I mean...
I know. We need to have a day where it's just me and you and we go out and sidecar things.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Hello there.
Greetings,
Stranger.
salutations.
You have a small human on you by the sounds of things.
I do. Junior joined us today.
Yeah?
He wandered on down here. I guess he got bored doing what he was doing.
Hey, so, something funny for everybody here. Junior is estimated to be how tall?
He is estimated to be between 6'2" and 6'7".
Uh-huh. And his dad is how tall?
5'6" on a good day.
I mean, he's gonna be a good head and shoulders above you, old man.
Yeah, just like you are. Good lord, you got a head and a half on me.
Dude, he's gonna be taller than me if he's that tall, so
Yeah.
we'll see how
'Cause
that
you're what,
turns
like
out.
5'10"?
No, I'm 6 foot.
Shut up.
Yep, I'm 6 foot.
I was trying to make you sound shorter than you are.
5'10". Don't worry, you're not gonna get that lucky. There's a reason why his name is BuffPocketMidget.
Yeah.
So, well, what else do we got going on today? Not too much. We've kind of hit that hour marker for the footage. What about you guys out there that are actually watching the stream? Are you guys enjoying this? Do you want us to keep continuing on? Because we'll happily keep streaming for you guys. As long as we've got an audience and you guys are interested, we can keep streaming. Otherwise, generally, we usually end at about an hour. So
Yeah, give or take. There's an extra 17 minutes of footage, though. The footage I did make for overage to compensate.
yeah, pretty much. And if worse comes to worse, I'm pretty sure I can find some raw footage and we can go from there.
Okay.
Pretty sure I've got something. So, there is a new game, though, that was coming out that seems interesting, and I can't remember what it's called here real quick. Whoa, what's going on? Random noises in the background.
Like what?
Oh, you'll hear soon enough. I think a video tried to play and it was stupid, so
Oh, yeah, I got you.
yeah, so. But no, I actually really am looking forward to Skull and Bones. Like the idea of naval combat with old wooden ships. Oh! Oh! The new Middle Earth game.
Ooh.
Yeah, have you seen anything about that? The new Middle Earth game looks
I've heard
awesome.
Is more about it.
Looks awesome. So it takes place after the last, which was like the Shadows of Mordor, I think.
Yeah.
Which I enjoyed playing. I didn't play a whole hell of a lot of it, but I did enjoy playing it. You're right, Mike. Days Gone does look pretty awesome as well. But the new Mordor game, I've always, being the super nerd I am, right? That story arc has always been just something that I've enjoyed and always thought was cool. So, but yeah, no, I'll be curious to see how that new game pans out. I'm gonna have to play that. And then Days Gone. You ever seen the movie World War Z, Buff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Days Gone looks like. Even the zombies act and run like that.
Do they try to create a zombie ladder to breach a wall?
Yeah, pretty much. They boil over each other, and it's just basically a giant wave of fleshy zombie. Yeah, just absolute chaos. So it looks interesting, though. I'll be curious to see how that one pans out. And then I think they gave out a little bit more info on the new God of War, which, that one will be cool. I'm looking forward to that. A Norse-themed God of War Satru religion.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, but
Now, one thing I would like to see is I love the history of Vikings and all the other Scandinavians. When you brought up the naval ship idea earlier, it got me to thinking, I would love to see a game come out where you're a Viking from, give or take, prehistoric time, and you're starting out with your small village. You have to, travel across the sea to the unknown, navigate a foreign land, which is unknown to you, rival enemies, and just pretty much that whole thing.
Could be interesting to see how something like that would pan out. By the way, that game that I was talking about earlier that was going to be a shooter is dynamic. Or by the way, Mike says dynamic weather is going to be in Days Gone. That'll be cool. I'm really happy to see how many people are going towards a dynamic sort of building of their games. It makes the universe and the whole world to it seem a little bit more lifelike and really flushed out, in my opinion. But the game that I was thinking of was called Anthem. Have you seen anything about that? It's kind of, it's an odd, it's going to be a shooter. It's Bethesda's new title that's going to be coming out. Or, yeah, Bethesda. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Excuse me, is it Bethesda? It's BioWare. It's made by BioWare. There we go. There we go. I'm not sure if it's published by Bethesda or not, but it's created by BioWare, so that'll be interesting. You're kind of exosuit soldier, and you go around, and you're kind of a mercenary, so you fight and go on jobs around your city, then you defend a wall. So it almost sounds... it is supposed to be like their answer to Destiny and games like that. So, I mean, it sounds very Destiny-like at first, but we'll see how it goes. What else was coming out that looked pretty cool? Beyond Good and Evil 2. I never played the first one, and I haven't looked into that one too much. Did you hear they're making a Crew 2? Mic check, Buff.
Hold on, man. I got company.
Ah, okay. So, I'm flying solo again.
This gun fucking sucks for headshots.
Oh, that was me raging, trying to use the MP18. Anyways, yeah, no, the Crew 2. We'll see how that goes. I never played the first one. It'll be interesting to see how it all pans out, so... What else do we got that's going to be coming out that'll be brand new? Oh, no, that's the one that you were talking about. Metro Exodus. Yeah, okay, I recognize it now. I, for some reason, didn't recognize what you were talking about earlier. Yeah, the Crew 2. That'll be interesting. So, but Metro Exodus, yeah, you're right. That does look pretty interesting. Kind of a horror type shooter slash... survival, fight your way out, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So, but I see what you meant. Not Metroid, but they are coming out with Metroid games. Oh, something that we didn't talk about that I'm amazed we didn't talk about because we got on the subject earlier was Ark. Ark has finally received its full official announcement date. So, we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a full released game. They've got some goodies coming out with the new pre-order packages,
Yeah, it's
too.
coming out for, what consoles did they announce it on? Xbox, I know for sure, right?
Xbox, PS4. Yep, it's got the whole shebang. And then, it'll be fully released as well for... Oh, what...
Yeah, I hear Wally shooting at me.
What,
Where you at, fucker?
Oh, here it is. Here it is, too, Buff. I just heard it in the footage.
Oh, I'm not even listening to it. I'm just watching.
How did you miss?
Because I'm a medic class?
There it is. So you can see that from my point of view on our 100 subscriber video, if you haven't
there's
seen
Wally.
it yet.
Right?
Yep, that's great.
I knew you were around here somewhere. I heard
So,
fucking optical.
Oh, that's great.
the beta for which one there, Mike? Are you talking about Ark? Because if so, Ark's been in early access for a long time. By the way, the new Ragnarok map is pretty cool. Expect us to actually be doing some stuff over that because Buff and I have always actually enjoyed Ark. It's been a fun game that we just kind of play on our own.
Me and my guy.
We might try and come up with something for it. But the size and scale and everything else
Because it was only
for
us there.
arc is pretty phenomenal. The Ragnarok map it's massive. Just blows my mind how big it is. So we'll be doing some stuff there.
My guy, but he's not that good. He was.
You still with me, Buff, or did you have to leave? Sounds like Buff had to go back out again. So,
I can't believe I missed a stick grenade throw on
well, guys, I'm kind of starting to draw blanks here. You can probably hear it, too. I'm starting to sound like a even bigger bumbling buffoon. So,
Well, it makes sense, but
I think we're going to wind up calling it here, guys. It's been a pleasure. Thank you all for watching. It's been
I'm in the squad.
an interesting week. We'll see how this week pans out and into the next week. Make sure to leave in the comments below if you have any ideas for a video that you would like to see us live stream. We're going to be working on rolling out some more content for you guys here soon as far as videos. You know, as we've said, both Buff and I have been kind of busy and distracted these last couple of weeks, so it's been a little bit crazy trying to get out some videos, and we do apologize for, you know, not keeping a more regular schedule with you guys. So,
Yeah, it's been a little bit longer than a few weeks for me, but there are certain people that know the circumstances. But we'll leave that aside.
so
Anyway, Wally, a couple streams ago, continuously has asked the same question. You know, if you have ideas, drop them in the comments, let us know, and we'll get to making them. Wally has yet to make a single one of those videos that he has been recommended.
I haven't seen any recommendations unless you've been catching all the comments, and I just haven't noticed that we got the comments. I've been asking because I'm like,
It.
oh, I wonder if we'll get any recommendations.
You know, people were saying that you should do an analysis on not just the maps, but a different analysis.
Oh,
on
yeah, the patch review?
weapons. And the patch review, which you
Yeah,
never got to.
you and I never got to that. Like, we were going to do a patch review thing and go over stuff, and we just never did. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys. We've actually hit the end of our footage, so I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. Yeah, we have. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe. We are closing in on that 200 mark. We finally hit 150 prior to our 10K viewer mark. So, from all of us here at the Misadventures of Buff and Wally, thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your time. And we'll catch you guys after a while.